you wake up upside down. Not like metaphorically upside down, but actually dangling from the ceiling in a dark, damp cave and held up by a pair of twig-sized legs that you are pretty sure are not yours. But they are. Welcome to life, my friend. You are a newborn bat. And it already sucks. First off, you have the muscle strength of a soggy noodle. Your mother carried you inside her for months only to bring you into this world looking like a furry kidney bean with oversized feet. You are blind, hairless, and useless. The only thing you can do is scream and cling to your mother for dear life, which, spoiler alert, you absolutely should. Because if you slip, you are free falling into a pile of hard rocks. And that would be a shame. But don't worry, your mom is a pro. She has been doing this whole hanging upside down with a screaming infant thing for a while now. She is the only reason you are still alive because, believe me, everything in this cave wants to eat you. They are just patiently waiting with their forks and knives, ready to see what you taste like. Even gravity is plotting against you. It is only through sheer maternal instinct that your mother keeps you alive by feeding you milk and carrying you around like a tiny, bald backpack while she hunts at night. For the first few weeks, this is your entire existence. Clutching onto your mom like your life depends on it because, well, it does. Meanwhile, like she is zipping through the night, dodging trees, catching insects, and doing aerial maneuvers that would put fighter jets to shame, all while you are flopping around like a potato with arms. And then, one day, she just leaves. No warning, no prep class, no, hey son, you might want to start using those things called wings now. Nope. She just flies off, leaving you in the equivalent of a baby bat daycare, a chaotic screeching mass of other abandoned bat pups hanging onto the ceiling waiting for their moms to hopefully return. It is basically a cave full of orphans who technically still have parents. If you survive long enough, your mother does come back, usually with some pre-chewed insects, as a reward for simply not dying. And let me tell you, nothing builds character quite like having someone spit half-digested bugs into your mouth as a sign of affection. Fast forward a few weeks, and congratulations, you now have fur. You are slightly less ugly, but still utterly pathetic. The unfortunate thing is that you are getting too big to be carried around all the time. Your mom has had enough of this deadweight nonsense. You are officially being forced into flying lessons whether you like it or not. So here you are, a 6-week-old bat, dangling upside down from the cave ceiling and staring into the world below, knowing that at any second you are expected to let go and flap your wings before you plummet into the hard ground. No pressure. You let go. You drop. For a horrifying moment, nothing happens. And then instinct kicks in. You flap. It is messy. It is chaotic. You are zigzagging like a drunk mosquito, but you are flying. Sort of. Now you also have to learn how to hunt. And let me tell you, hunting as a bat is ridiculously complicated. Normal birds have to just look at things and snatch them up. But you have to scream at everything and hope it screams back so you can figure out where it is. You are literally shouting into the void, waiting for echoes to tell you what is solid, what is food, and what is about to smack you in the face at 30 miles per hour. But eventually, after many embarrassing mid-air blunders, you finally snatch a fat, juicy moth out of the air. You tear into it like you have never eaten before. It is disgusting. But at this point, you do not care. You did it. You, the once useless furbean, are now a hunter. As you get older, you realize that bats are territorial. If you think finding a place to chill in this cave is easy, you thought wrong. The moment you stop being a pathetic little pup, the other males will start bullying you. These guys have their own roosting spots, and they are not about to share them with some teenager who just learned how to not crash into walls, but somehow you make it to adulthood. You have fought your way through a cave full of ruthless bat bullies and survived flying lessons without falling to your death. You're finally a grown male bat. So, what now? Love? Success? A stable place to sleep? Well, hell no. Now begins the struggle for status, and let me tell you, being an adult bat is one long series of humiliations. Your first priority? Find a place to call home. And by home, I mean a roosting spot that is not directly over the cave's filthiest guano pile, but guess what? Every halfway decent spot is already taken. So, you are left roosting in the worst part of the cave, an unstable, damp section where the ceiling crumbles every time a big bat lands too hard. It is also right next to the snoring elders. But you do not have time to complain because mating season is here and things are about to get messy. You are ready. You are healthy, you have fur that does not look completely disastrous, and you have spent weeks practicing your most attractive echolocation calls. You pick your spot, take a deep breath, and unleash your song of seduction. And the ladies? They do not care. No one is paying attention to you. Not even a glance. Meanwhile, the older males who have bigger wings, deeper calls, and a better stench, yes, apparently smell matters, are gathering all the female attention. They barely have to try. Just a casual wing stretch, and suddenly they have an entire crowd of admirers. But you are not giving up. You find one female who is just mildly unimpressed by you. You try everything. Aerial stunts, softer echolocation calls, even strategically showing off how well you caught a particularly juicy beetle. Nothing. She is completely indifferent. Frustrated, you retreat to your sad little roost, convinced that love is a scam. But then, out of nowhere, she shows up. Why? Maybe she is bored. Maybe she has had enough of the overconfident older males. Or maybe, just maybe, your desperate persistence finally worked. You do not question it. You puff up your fur and try your best to act like this was your plan all along. For a while, life is great. You fly together at night, hunt side by side, and screech softly to each other like some romantic bat fairy tale. She even lets you share her slightly less terrible roosting spot. But just as you start to believe this might be your happily ever after, she leaves. No warning, no goodbye, just gone. Why? Because she is pregnant, and in the bat world, that means she joins an all-female maternity colony where males are not welcome. You wait for her. Days, weeks, nothing. She is never coming back. Heartbroken but too emotionally repressed to admit it, you throw yourself into survival. You get better at hunting. You steal food from weaker bats, just like they once stole from you. You find a slightly less awful roosting spot. Seasons pass. You become one of the older bats, the kind who gets the good spots without fighting for them. The younger males look at you with envy, but you know exactly what they are about to go through. You do not warn them. That is part of the cycle. And then, one night, you feel it. Your wings do not flap as fast. Your echolocation is slightly off. You miss a moth that you would have caught easily just a year ago. The younger bats are faster now. You hold on as long as you can, pushing yourself through each night. But you know that after many years, your time is running out. One evening, as you return to the cave, you miscalculate your landing. Your claws, once so strong, fail you. You slip. For the first time in years, you fall. You always knew gravity was out to get you, but you did not think it would wait this long for the perfect punchline. The ground is cold, too cold. You try to lift yourself, to climb, to do anything, but your body does not respond. Your time is up. Above you, life continues. The colony moves on. New pups are born, screeching into the night. The cycle never ends. So being a bat sucks. I do not recommend it at all, to be honest.